Hello and welcome. Tonight, as you settle in and prepare for a restful sleep, let us journey back in time together. We'll explore the life of a man whose name is synonymous with invention, a figure who literally brought light to the world, Thomas Alva Edison. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let the story unfold. Our story begins on a cold winter day, February 11th, 1847, in the small, bustling town of Milan, Ohio. Thomas Alva Edison, the youngest of 7 children, was born to Samuel and Nancy Edison. From an early age, young Al, as he was called, was filled with a boundless curiosity. His mind was a whirlwind of questions, constantly asking why and how. This insatiable curiosity, however, didn't always sit well in a formal classroom setting. After just a few months in public school, his teacher famously labeled him addled, meaning confused or unable to think clearly. His mother, a former teacher herself, was incensed. Believing in her son's potential, she pulled him from school and decided to homeschool him. This proved to be a pivotal moment. At home, under his mother's patient guidance, Edison's mind was free to roam. He devoured books, especially those on science and history. His mother encouraged his experiments, turning their basement into a makeshift laboratory for her inquisitive son. A bout of scarlet fever in his childhood left him with severe hearing difficulties, a challenge that would follow him throughout his life. But Edison, ever the optimist, often claimed his deafness was an advantage. It helped him concentrate, shutting out the distracting noises of the world and allowing him to focus entirely on the problems before him. As a teenager, Edison's entrepreneurial spirit began to shine. At just 12 years old, he started working as a newsboy and candy seller on the Grand Trunk Railroad. He even printed his own newspaper, the Grand Trunk Herald, right there in the baggage car, which he had also converted into a mobile chemical laboratory. His time on the railroad was an education in itself, teaching him about business, people, and the rapidly advancing technology of the telegraph. One fateful day, Edison saved a 3-year-old boy from being hit by a runaway train. The boy's grateful father, a station agent, rewarded Edison by teaching him how to operate the telegraph. This skill opened a new door. For the next several years, Edison worked as a traveling telegraph operator across the country. He became exceptionally skilled, but his mind was never content with just doing the job. He was constantly tinkering, trying to improve the telegraphic equipment he used every day. This drive to improve things led to his first patent. It was for an electric vote recorder designed to speed up the voting process in legislatures. While a clever invention, it was a commercial failure. Politicians, he discovered, didn't want to vote quickly. They valued the time for backroom deals and persuasion. It was a harsh but valuable lesson. An invention was ain't successful unless people actually wanted and needed it. Undeterred, Edison moved to New York City in 1869. Legend has it, he arrived nearly penniless. His big break came when he was at the Gold Indicator Company. When their central stock ticker machine broke down, chaos erupted on the trading floor. While everyone else panicked, the 22-year-old Edison calmly stepped in, identified the problem, and fixed it. This impressive feat landed him a high-paying job, and soon after, he established his own company with a partner. His first major financial success was an improved stock ticker, the Universal Stock Printer. He sold the patent for a staggering $40,000, an immense sum at the time. With this newfound capital, Edison was no longer just an inventor. He was an innovator with the resources to build his 1876, he established a new kind of facility in Menlo Park, New Jersey. This was not just a laboratory, it was an invention factory. It was the world's first industrial research and development lab, a place where a team of brilliant minds could work systematically on developing new technologies. Edison famously promised to turn out a minor invention every 10 days and a big thing every 6 months or so. And what big things they were. The first major invention to come out of Menlo Park revolutionized communication while working on improving the telegraph and telephone. Edison stumbled upon a way to record and play back sound. In 1877, he unveiled the phonograph. He recited "Mary Had a Little Lamb" into a mouthpiece, and to the astonishment of everyone present, the machine played his voice back. The world was mesmerized. Edison became known as the Wizard of Menlo Park. But his greatest challenge and his most enduring legacy was yet to come. The world at that time was lit by gaslight, flickering, smelly, and hazardous. The dream was electric light, but no one had managed to create a bulb that was safe, long-lasting, and affordable for widespread use. Many had tried and failed. Edison tackled the problem with his characteristic tenacity. He and his team tested thousands of different materials for the filament, the tiny part of the bulb that glows. They tried everything from platinum to bamboo fibers. The process was grueling, filled with countless failures. But Edison saw each failure not as a defeat, but as a step forward. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Finally, in October of 1879, they succeeded. A bulb with a carbonized cotton thread filament burned for over 13 hours. They had done it. On New Year's Eve, 1879, Edison gave a public demonstration, illuminating his entire Menlo Park laboratory with his new incandescent light bulbs. Thousands of people flocked to witness the miracle. But inventing the light bulb was only half the battle. To make it a commercial success, he needed an entire system to deliver electricity to homes and businesses. So, Edison and his team developed generators, voltage regulators, meters, and the entire infrastructure of an electrical grid. In 1882, he opened the Pearl Street Station in Lower Manhattan, the world's first central power plant, bringing electric light to a small but significant corner of New York City. He had not just invented a product, he had created an industry. Edison's inventive spirit never waned. After the success of the light bulb, he moved to a larger facility in West Orange, New Jersey. Over his lifetime, he amassed an incredible 1,093 U.S. patents. His inventions spanned a vast range of fields, including the kinetoscope, an early motion picture viewer that laid the groundwork for the film industry, a more efficient storage battery, and countless improvements in mining and cement technology. Thomas Edison's life was a testament to the power of persistence, curiosity, and practical thinking. He transformed the world not just with singular flashes of genius, but with relentless hard work and an unwavering belief that every problem had a solution. He passed away in 1931 at the age of 84. In his honor, it's said that communities across the country briefly dimmed their electric lights, the very lights he had worked so tirelessly to bring into existence. As you drift off to sleep, imagine a world lit by his legacy, a world of sound, sight, and energy, all shaped by the boy from Ohio who never stopped asking, why? Thank you for listening. I hope this story brings you peace and pleasant dreams. Sleep well.